Back again. Terry Bozak, Saturday night. Um, you know, so those of us that are in stage and aren't getting enough medicine, and those of you that can still talk, you need to raise hell. Because you know what? All these companies care about is money. That's all it is. Big business, I know for a fact they care about is money. But, you know what? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Let me write this down about my skull and then I'll go to bed. Anyways, with this car accident I had with Joe Poplin, what he did was after 18 hours of sleep, and I was in the driver's seat. He decided he wanted to drive, I guess, after sleeping all day. So what did he do? He drives for about 5 minutes and he hits an underpass. And he didn't even bolt me in or anything else, I don't think. From what I can tell, he didn't. Because if he would have, I might have broken my back. Which is a good thing, I guess. But I still got a lot of back problems. But anyways, let's start with the top of my head. Top of my head, when that frame buckled into a, well, say a 45, but about a 60-degree bend, you know, and you're sitting there and your head's like sitting, you know, kind of pinched in there. Well, the initial pack on that thing had totally made spaghetti out of the top of my head. If you look at the top of my skull from the front, I had a vertical crack halfway, midway parietal skull. The other way, I have one on the right-hand side, halfway, same side. So, I got one in the middle, but it floats off to the other area. But the problem is now that I'm getting older, I make CalMag, I gotta make some more. Standard Vitamins carries calcium and magnesium powder. It's called CalMag formula. And what you do is you get boiling water, but you use that last. You get a tablespoon of calcium gluconate and put it in a, preferably in something, you know, that's at least it'll take the heat, tamper-proof or whatever they call it, glass. But you're going to need a big one if you're going to make quite a bit. But I always make a big one. I usually make big through glass one. But anyways, yeah, you dump a tablespoon of the CalMag in there for one glass, and a half teaspoon of magnesium carbonate in there. Mix that up really good. Then you add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. The fresher the better. And then mix that all up and then add 1 cup of boiling water. Stir it up. It should come out nice and clear. But I'll tell you what, if you're deficient in calcium, it's going to help you like no tomorrow. And it did. It's one of the saving things that I found that helped me in keeping me going over the years. So, talking about stepping into the Devil's Shadow and stuff. I had to go to L.A. to get, not L.A., but Hollywood to get all this stuff. And I mean, right into Hollywood, there was this place in Scientology. You know what? They tried to throw their spew a little bit on me, but they knew I wasn't biting. And besides, I didn't have any money for them to suck off of me anyways. Boy, that was quite an experience. That's where I got that comic from, because that was L. Ron Hubbard special for me that he had worked on for years. And they finally got it right. And you go, well, how can you get calcium formula right? It's just calcium, it's just like any other elemental, chemical element out there. But yeah, you can, when they produce that stuff, there's a lot of ions and stuff that can be freed that you don't want freed, and stuff that can be attached that you don't want attached either, So it is a big deal. I'll tell you what, when I drink that stuff, it used to help me a lot more than it does now, but because I'm just deossifying, and these doctors just don't want to hear it, and I can just feel it in my head. Yeah, but how can you feel it in your head? You don't have it feeling up there? I hate to tell you, you do. It just takes. But anyways, let me get on my skull. Anyways, the impact point was, I wish I could share my hip. It's right up in here, okay? There's a bunch of bone fragments in here. The only thing I could have done, they could have grabbed my hair and pulled that out and gotten a lot of that. I bet a lot of my skull would have been straightened out. I wouldn't have been through as much crap as I have today. But anyways, I got a bunch of fragments, broken fragments up here still. Did they heal? Ask anybody that's had a broken bone or something that wasn't set right and they have calcium issues. Let me put that to you that way. You know anybody like that? That's why I drink CalMag, because it helps keep me from deossifying worse. And the thing is even with the CalMag, my calcium levels are showing very little above normal. Well, my calcium level was 8, wasn't it? I think it was. And that's not really that high. So after all this stuff that I've been doing for decades, it was quite barely enough to keep me going. But I do believe in a divine creator, and I do believe that he did help me keep going. But I didn't meet Stacy until later, so which is a total another blessing in my life. But it's just, we live in some pretty amazing times, I'll tell you that. If you don't know who your enemy is, you better find out real quick. And I see somebody that looks like a commie. I'm to the point now, I just point direct them. I don't have any tolerance for those little brats. These guys have no idea what they're heading to. They want to destroy everything just so they can get a free check every month. What a bunch of idiots. Remember what I said about that CSF, cerebral spinal fluid? You ought to hear it. It's trying to drain out my ear, and I'm getting this. Oh, it's so much fun. Anyways, so I got where is it? Oh yeah, I got a fragment going across up here, and I got one coming across here. Let me see if I can squeeze away a little bit of the fat. Maybe you can see there's another one. Yeah, maybe I'm giving my enemies too much information. Not that I have any yet. I got them all up here. But you know what? They could have tried to do something and they didn't even try. business, boys. You don't know what you did to my life. And don't start getting angry. Mommy, he's threatening me. Why? Because you're such a wimp, because you took people's money. Yeah, that's all you guys care about is money. Going to ski up in Vail. Give me an effing break. Well, I tell you something. I don't need anybody behind me. If you killed me tomorrow, it doesn't matter. Killed me tonight, it doesn't matter. Quite literally. No, I don't have a death wish. Just we live in a time in a world where people just don't flat give a crap about anybody. They think they're totally expendable. Just like the doctors I meet all the time. They don't care. All they care about is their money and their freaking student loans. So, I don't know. All I've ever tried to do is care about people. If I ever saw somebody, oh, now I get bubbles in stereo. Oh, now I get bubbles in stereo. But anyways, as you can see, there's several areas where your brain leaches cerebral spinal fluid, because there's times your brain needs a high activity of fluid, like like when your butt's on the line, you better run faster, you're going to die, or better be able to defend yourself. Those are times you need extra CSF, cerebral spinal fluid, okay? So, but then it should drain real quick and go back down, okay? Problem is, if it doesn't drain down when you got problems and you got excess of it, that just makes for a whole new ball game. You know? And these nurse practitioners, oh my God, these guys are way out there. Ooh, boy, some of the crap they pull. Gotta go back to school. I know there isn't enough. I know doctors are walking away because they're a bunch of cowards. They don't want to deal with it. They knew it was coming. They got money. How much do you think they spend a year on information? If you think they don't, you're a fool. And if they don't, they're an idiot. Okay? But I don't know what to say. I'll tell you what. Happiness is like always being at attention. And RSD in and of itself is a lot like that at times. But you know, I don't know what to say. It's getting late at night. But anyways, well, I'm telling you, if you end up with a fractured skull, a broken skull of any type, and you had a doctor that didn't treat it, don't go for some stupid 22-year-old punk to save you, because he ain't gonna do it. better find somebody smart and old. You might have a little experience about it. Because life is short. Time's ending up. And I think I'll spare y'all the one tonight, okay? Have a good night.